Good morning, everyone. My name is Phyllis Anderson, and I'm excited to have a few of you here on this call that are going to be sharing some testimonies this morning. I'm an ER nurse of over 21 years. I've been using the Plexus products for 2.5 years. My husband's a fireman and he works with Egan. So that's how we met, Egan and Rachael, and how they jumped on board. So you're going to get to hear some exciting testimonies from them today and some product information they're going to share, some of their favorites that they got started with. Just a tiny bit about me and why I started. I was going through menopause at an early age at 41. And so 7 years later at 48, I was struggling with hot flashes, brain fog, some anxiety, depression, some weight gain, sugar cravings, chronic urinary tract infections, allergies, which was kind of normal for me, and sinus infections, canker sores, migraines. And so within 4 days, I stopped with my sugar cravings. 6 months, I lost that weight that I had put on despite running marathons and half marathons and cross training at the gym. This brain fog was something that almost immediately I had clarity. The energy without stimulant was amazing. And all those chronic infections I was talking about, that took some time, but that was really, I had no idea that that would be something that Plexus could help me with. And so as a nurse in the emergency room of over 21 years, like I said, I thought this is brilliant. These are probiotics, not antibiotics. We are restoring gut health rather than damaging it. And that's when I just really, from the beginning, I couldn't help but tell people about the changes I was seeing. So additionally, my family, my son's cystic acne cleared up, again, without antibiotics. My husband's athlete's foot and anxiety that he was experiencing too, as a result of almost 30 years in the fire service. He has had some great results there, as well as some weight loss. So I'm going to turn it over to Egan because he's going to share his beautiful story and some of the products that he got started with that helped with these things. Go ahead, Egan.
All right. As long as you can hear me, let me know if you can't. So a little bit of background on me. I'm 39 years old. I'm a firefighter, paramedic. That's how I know Phyllis, is because I work with her husband. But anyways, I was kind of the person who always felt like I did all the healthy things. I ate good, I took some supplementation, and I really didn't have any problems except for like seasonal allergies. But all that changed for me. So I suffered an accident with my son. We got hit by a car. Long story short, I thought he was dead when I found him. I picked him up. He started crying right away. Long story short, was just bumps and bruises. However, what that did for me was it triggered PTSD, and it triggered my autoimmune condition of psoriatic arthritis. All summed up, that whole story was about 3 years in the making. So it took a long process to figure this out. So I started off not knowing any of that, is that I had the accident, and then I started having plantar fasciitis. I started having really bad debilitating hip pain, and then joint pain, back pain, chiropractors. I went to all that, not understanding what was going on. I got diagnosed with osteoarthritis, and then my skin issues started coming up. And then I was diagnosed with seborrheic dermatitis. So lots of specialists were not putting anything together for me. And that lots of money along the way basically motivated me to kind of go on my own health journey, because I was just refusing to accept the answers that I was getting, because I just was dead end road, Band-Aid, 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 and nothing was really working for me. I'd get steroid creams and put it on my head, but my skin would just come right back. That's when I knew it wasn't really a skin issue, it was something else, and that's what led me to gut health. So I researched, YouTube, Google, you name it. I tried looking at everything and different diets, even though my diet was already clean. So that whole journey led me to gut health, and it started on my healing path. But along the way, my friend Phyllis started posting about some sort of pink drink. I didn't know what it was. Until one day, we even made fun of her and my buddy too. We're like, what is this, some weight loss gimmick or something like that? And he's like, I don't even know what it is. So anyway, 6 months down the road, Phyllis came by the station and said, hey, it's like, probiotics and gut health. I'm like, no way, because I've been already studying this stuff. So what do you got? So she said, well, this is kind of the base products, and I'll go over those in a second. And try and see what you think. So I put my money where my mouth is, and I tried these supplements along with everything else that I did. So I mean, these are just tools. So I got treatment for my PTSD. I made sure I was trying to reduce stress and do all those other things. And then these tools came along to help kind of put things into balance for me. So I started taking what's called the triplex, and I'll go over that in a minute. But the first things I noticed right away were I just started getting kind of a brain fog kind of lifting on me. And I didn't even know I had brain fog until it started going away. Same thing with my sleep. So I thought it was normal just to toss and turn and think about the next day. That's called anxiety. So I started sleeping through the night and not having that tossing and turning thing. So I have 2 kids, another baby on the way. So stress is a normal part of my life, just like everyone else's. So that was the kinds of things I first started noticing. And then with my psoriasis, I had it super bad. It looked like poison oak all over my head, other parts of my body I won't name. But anyways, like that's what started healing, but it takes time, just like gut health does. So within about 2 to 3 months, I started to notice my skin slowly reversing, which has never happened. Steroid creams, I put it on and it would work really good, but within about 3 weeks, it would come right back. So this is the only thing that's kind of permanently started reversing that too. So obviously my pains are gone. I literally just ran 10 miles over the last 2 days. I can maintain my healthy, active lifestyle. I'm a firefighter paramedic. I depend on being healthy in order to have my job to take care of my family. So to say these have changed my life is truly an understatement. So I mean, these are just tools just like anything else, but they've really changed my life because I tried other probiotics and tons of other supplements. And Plexus is nice because it kind of puts it all together in a smaller package for you and a much more affordable package. Because I know other doctors and other people that we know that took the same ingredients, but they took it in about 20 different pills when Plexus puts it down to 3. So that was something that was really beneficial because I've already seen a lot of these products, but they're putting it all together in an easy form for you. So just a quick overview of what I've taken is it's called Triplex and then X Factor Plus and Vital Biome, but I won't talk about those right now. We'll let Phyllis do that. So I'm going to talk about the Triplex. So just a quick overview for anyone who doesn't know anything about gut health. So gut health is our immune system, 70 to 80% of our immune system. And something else I've learned too is it's part of your endocrine system. Your endocrine system is your blood sugar, as well as your thyroid and your hormones. So all that is the largest organ. So it makes sense to have gut health. You have the thyroid in check, your insulin check, your blood sugar levels in check, and all your hormones. So with that being said, these products work to be able to take the good, take the bad bacteria and replace it with the good bacteria. So we have more bacteria in our gut cells than we do human cells. And it's a balance. We want to have about 80 good and 20 bad, and America is usually reversed. So this helps us get back to balance. So how does it do that? So the first product is called BioCleanse. So BioCleanse is an oxygenated form of magnesium. Over 50% of the population of USA is magnesium deficient. And something else that I found out too is vitamin D is important for our bones, right? A lot of people take vitamin D. Vitamin D is completely ineffective if you're not taking magnesium. So it's something that's vitally important. So not only for that, but what this magnesium does is it helps to gently cleanse your bad bacteria out of your gut. And so how it does that is not one of these running to the bathroom cleanses that you're gonna be sitting in the bathroom all day long at all. No, it's a very gentle thing, and it helps to remove that waste product in your gut that we all have. So the second product is called Slim. So Slim is what's called the pink drink. And so, and that was pretty funny for me because I was like, oh, Slim, it's a weight loss thing. Absolutely not. It's all about balance. That's what gut health is about balance. I didn't need to lose weight. But what it does is it helps get anything into balance. So if you need to gain weight, you gain weight. If you need to lose weight, you need to lose weight. So it's all about achieving that balance, and that's what these products do. So Slim contains chromium, which is good for stabilizing and it helps support healthy glucose metabolism. So your blood sugar and your insulin, they're really key to be able to stabilize your hormones, sugar cravings, energy, etc. So that's what the Slim does for you. It also contains antioxidants, which we all know are good for overall health. And also what it contains is a prebiotic fiber, which is like a fertilizer. So we have the BioCleanse removing the bad stuff out of our gut, and then the Plexus Slim comes and is a fertilizer for the good bacteria. And then we're gonna be adding the probiotic. So the third product is ProBio 5, excuse me, and that's Oh, nice. I know, I need some water. Probio 5 is our probiotic, but it's not just a probiotic. It actually contains 3 products in one. So it's a probiotic, it's an antifungal, and it's also a digestive enzyme. So if you can Google those in 3 different products and go check price on Amazon or anywhere else, and they're probably $30 to $40 each. Ours is $29.95 for all 3 of those in one, which is awesome. So it cuts down on that, saves you money as well. So what that does is the probiotic adds the good gut bacteria. We want to help feed that good gut bacteria. So we want to add the right kinds of bacteria, right? And then it also contains chitosanase, which is that digestive enzyme. So what causes a lot of things like leaky gut, autoimmune issues, is overgrowth of candida. And so what chitosanase does is it helps to break down that yeast overgrowth, and it helps keep that yeast in balance, because what sugar feeds it and then stress and everything else can help. It basically makes it overgrow in our gut. We want candida. We only want a little bit. We don't want a lot. So the chitosanase helps to break that down. It also contains what's called a grapeseed extract. And that's the part of that antifungal. And what a grapeseed extract is good for is for brain health, kidney, liver function, collagen. It can help actually reduce your blood pressure. There's lots of scientific studies. And this is all scientific based. Like, I'm an objective person, I'm a paramedic, and so I really like the knowledge stuff, and I'm trying not to bore you with all that, but that's kind of my 2 cents on it all. But the big thing that I think, because I took lots of other supplements, but what this did was kind of give it a balance. I took probiotics, I took other supplements, but I didn't take something that kind of worked all together to achieve that result. So that's my story.
I love it, Egan. That's awesome. Thank you so much for sharing our triplex. And that is our core. It's like our little triangle. Those things are synergistically put together to focus on gut health, balancing blood sugars, and reducing inflammation. So thank you for sharing that with us, Egan. I'm going to quickly share about X Factor Plus Vital Biome, and then we're going to hear from Rachael, who has another great story and what you're going to find. And so my story that I shared just briefly, Egan's story, Rachael's story, we're all like taking the same stuff. And that's what's really cool, is that everybody is different, and these products work differently for every body. So, okay, so our X Factor Plus, Heidi had a question about what's the difference between the X Factor, there's a plain, and then the X Factor Plus. So X Factor Plus, I'm going to start with this one because I adore it. It is a fully methylated multivitamin, like Egan said. This has 50 polyphenols in it, which again, back to gut health, it's feeding the good gut bacteria, has selenium in it. So when I mentioned my hot flashes are gone, selenium. So what's funny is the triplex helped my hot flashes. My second month, I added X Factor Plus, knocked it out of the park. There's also zinc, vitamin C, what were the other ones that were on, and the vitamin D, which my vitamin D went from 24 to 50 just by taking this, nothing else. I do not methylate, so I have to have a methylated multivitamin. These methylated multivitamins can be very expensive. And like Egan said, all of our products individually priced are about $30 a piece. So when you go and you buy yourself a bottle of vitamin D, vitamin C, vitamin A, E, all the things, a B complex, you're spending all these bottles and pills. You take 2 of these a day with a meal. That's it. And you get everything you need. And as you'll find out from Rachael, it's excellent as a prenatal and postnatal multivitamin as well. I had a woman on my team who showed us her prenatal vitamin that she was taking while she was breastfeeding. And we compared the ingredients on the back with hers, and ours was far more superior. And she's like, do you guys know how much I'm spending on mine? She said $52. She's like, I am happy to make the change. And hers was actually a prescribed. So she had to get it from her doctor's office. So I think that's pretty exciting too. The plain X Factor, if you take Coumadin, I put it in the chat, but you can't see it on the recording, so I wanted to mention it too, is that if you take Coumadin, that's a blood thinner, you shouldn't take X Factor Plus because there's vitamin K in there, and vitamin K helps with clotting factor. But if you take other blood thinners like aspirin, Eliquis, Xarelto, Brilinta, any of those other ones, you're fine. it works differently. So all I'm going to talk about is Coumadin or warfarin. You should have the regular X factor. Okay, that's enough of that. But love our multivitamin. Oh, the B complex in here helps boost metabolism. The energy you get from this is amazing. I never felt different with my other multivitamin. It was because I was simply peeing it out. Like when doctors say, you know, oh, it's just expensive urine. Well, yes, if you have the gene mutation, MTHFR, that is true. You want nothing but methylated. Okay. And actually the folate, if you can't methylate, you do not want folic acid. Our bodies can't get rid of that. So, yeah. So anyway, okay. And then the Vital Biome, Egan talked about briefly. This one, I call it my cool as a cucumber capsule. 8 different strains of probiotics with a beneficial yeast in here that focus on anxiety, depression. So then when we talk about the gut-brain connection, we have to talk about that serotonin that Egan was talking about, the hormones that our gut's responsible for making. Serotonin, 90% your gut's responsible for. So if you suffer any kind of mood disorders, or you're just like, I don't know why, you're extra sad or depressed, or maybe you haven't been diagnosed with anything, because I wasn't. But when I started taking this, I realized working in the ER around 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I wasn't ready to run out the door and say, okay, I'm done. I'm out. I gotta go. I just really felt the need to leave. And it was all I could do to get through the rest of my shift. Well, with the Vital Biome, it's just awesome. I feel like the little things in life just roll off my shoulders. My husband being a fireman, same thing for him. He says it just really helps to kind of soften things. And so as far as like things that get on his nerves or whatever, he's able to handle things better, stress better. And then lastly, of course, we can't talk about probiotics without talking about digestion. If you're a person that has IBS, Crohn's, celiac, ulcerative colitis, this is definitely something you want to include in your regimen, because this is, again, restoring that balance to your gut flora. And I've had a lot of people with great results when they added Vital Biome. Okay, Miss Rachael, I'm excited. You are up. Let's hear from our girl.
All right, thanks, Phyllis. Hi, everybody. My name is Rachael. I'm 31, married to Egan. As he mentioned, we have Dalen, who's 9. We have our daughter, Zoe, who's 21 months, and we are pregnant again with another baby girl, and we're due in August. So initially, we started the products together. One thing I love about Plexus, as Phyllis and Egan had mentioned, that every health story is so unique and so different, but we're all taking the same products. So a little bit of background about my health story is I initially wanted us to take the products because I had always suffered from bad digestive issues, tummy issues, irregular, not regular, bloating. I had some sugar cravings, very high fatigue. I remember we'd go on dates, I'd fall asleep in the movies, in the car. And I've always suffered from high anxiety, stress, genetics, and sleep as well. So that was initially why I wanted to start Plexus. Quickly after I started the products, we got pregnant, which was amazing. I continued to take the products during my pregnancy, and had a very, very healthy pregnancy along the way. So I'm very fortunate about that. And all those things I had listed above, bloating, digestive issues, tummy, anxiety, sleep, all those things I've seen major improvement on. And then when I was pregnant, I feel really blessed to have found these products because I had no nausea, no vomiting, leg cramps weren't an issue, or the muscle spasms. I didn't have any of that. And it did help with the pregnancy cravings as well. And also energy. I mean, that's something that's huge as moms, anybody. We're always tired, right? If you talk to anybody, most people say, God, I'm so tired, right? These products have helped dramatically with that for me as well. Chasing kids around the house as well. So I can talk a little bit about what I've taken during my whole journey. We started on the triplex, that's the Slim, the BioCleanse, the ProBio 5, and then our Fab 4, adding the beautiful X Factor Plus. And this has replaced my prenatal. yeah, like you had mentioned, Phyllis, other prenatals are so expensive. And if you really look apples to apples and compare, there is no comparison. This one has replaced my prenatal, and not only has it replaced it, but it's also given me, I feel like almost like a little bit of boost of natural energy as well, which I love. Who doesn't, right? And other products I've also added along the way, Vital Biome, which has definitely helped kind of calm, you do feel a little bit more calmer, less stressed, less anxious. And then one product that we didn't touch on was Mega X as well. This is something that I've added too, and this has helped dramatically with stress, or excuse me, with sleep. So I take this one, it's a plant-based omega, and it has ahi flower in it. And this one has helped with inflammation, with feelings of stress. It just also just makes me feel calmer. I take it before I go to bed, and I swear every time I take it, I dream, which I love. And then going into postpartum after pregnancy, I did have some melasma, that's the dark patches around your face. And I do still continue to take our prebiotic skin serum Joyum, which has definitely softened that, brightened those areas up, and given my skin a beautiful, more glowing, natural look. So yeah, I mean, that's my health story, and I don't know if I forgot to add anything, Phyllis, along the way.
No, I think that's great, Rachel. And I think Heidi was asking, do you only use Plexus for the prenatal? So I just want to, I guess I just want to clarify that you're using the Triplex, Mega X, you're using it all, right?
Yeah, so currently I take almost all of the products. I started again with the Triplex, the Triplex and the X Factor Plus, and then I've since added, so I take Triplex, X Factor Plus, Vital Biome, Mega X. I've also incorporated the lean protein shakes, which are great just for a snack, whether it's for me, for the kids, for Egan, or replacing a meal if we're on the go. And trying to think of all the other ones we take. But yeah, no, we take a lot of them, yes.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, and I want to say that we have doctors, nurses, OBGYNs, pediatricians, we have emergency room doctors on our team, and all the OBGYNs love Plexus products for their patients. And two, locally, where I live, they live in Paso Robles, it's about an hour away from here. They're promoting the products right out of their office because they couldn't deny the effects that their patients were seeing with the products, despite their efforts with a prescription pad. That's when they had to sit and do their research, and they found, like, oh my goodness, this Plexus product, what is going on here? So anyway, so I love that. One thing I want to add about Mega X, thank you for bringing this one up, Rachel, for kids. So kids that have any kind of, or even adults, I guess, with ADHD, ADD, autism, the behaviors, or like children that just can't focus, right? If we want to just call it that, have trouble focusing, or like just real mood disorders. Mega X has been a lifesaver for these parents. So I just wanted to add that too, is that these products are safe for 2-year-olds to 120-year-olds. Pregnant mamas, breastfeeding mamas, it's plant-based, it's things you would find in your food. And so when we really look at, like, what is gut health, Egan did a great job explaining it, all the different bodily functions that our gut is responsible for. Sleep, 90%, our gut's responsible for making that melatonin. You know, he talked about immune system, the happy hormone, serotonin. Yes, endocrine system is your thyroid. And so we have tons of testimonies on our team for people who take thyroid medications, who are able to, like, reduce the amount of thyroid they're taking. Now these things take time, right? Because I say hormones are on this like 90-day cycle. It just like every 90 days, it's like you get a little, you know, and so it takes time, but consistency, and time is key if you really want to get to the root cause of what is making you sick or not live your best healthy life. So we have three areas I say. One's gut health, another one's weight management, and the other one's skin care. We have a consciously clean skincare line that I'll just talk about briefly. Rachel's using it. Again, it's safe during pregnancy. It's our Joyome, our morning. This is our day serum and our night serum. This replaces the multi-step nightmare of skincare. This is for men and women. It helps with everything from just smoothing your skin, reducing deeper wrinkles, fine wrinkles for sure, fine lines, and then it's like your moisturizer, so it's plumping from the inside out. It's sealing those little pores, reducing the pore size, and getting rid of dark circles. Just gives you that brighter feel, that glowing look. And the melasma of pregnancy, they call it the mask of pregnancy. It helps to also fade that mask. And my son uses it for his cystic acne, and over the last year and a half, he had it on his chest, his neck, and his back. His scars are almost completely gone, you guys. Now I'm kind of kicking myself for not taking a whole bunch of pictures of that, but I honor my teenage son. And but anyway, but the results are there, and he's so happy because you know, as a teenager, you want good skin. Without, again, he was getting ready to be put on Accutane. We don't have to do that anymore. Okay, and then also too, it's consciously clean, so it has prebiotics. Again, it's gonna, we talk about our gut microbiome, we're gonna talk about our skin. It's our largest organ. We're gonna be balancing the bugs that live on our skin with Joyome. It actually also helped with the deep cracks in my heels. I put the day serum on, night serum on within a week. Those deep, painful cracks during the summer, it'll wipe them out. So I encourage you to try a bunch of different places. Women with, what am I trying to say? The stretch marks of pregnancy have also seen great results by using the Joyome postpartum. Our collagen, love this collagen. It's types 1 and 3. So after the age of 20, our body stops making collagen. So I love this. It's cute. It's this tiny little scoop. I put it in you can put it in your coffee, soups, whatever. It's just so tiny. I call it Barbie size. And it's concentrated. It mixes nicely. You don't have this weird flavor. I did my active, my slim, and my collagen right here is what I'm drinking this morning. And yeah, so there's your skincare. Speaking about weight loss, we've got, and actually active is so much more. I found with active, when I incorporated active, it just gave me like this awesome boost of energy. So I wasn't looking for that. I guess I wasn't having that dip of my day where I thought, oh, maybe I just need more food. So it's like I noticed I'd lost a little more weight after starting active. My son uses this as a pre-workout. He plays 3 sports in high school. He's super athletic, and this gives aids in endurance, and it's got turmeric in it, so it's got anti-inflammatory properties. It promotes oxygen to the cells, to the muscles, so you get this endurance, and you get the stamina to get through a workout. He says, I don't have any fatigue when he is active and playing his sport. So that's our active drink, and anyone can drink this. Again, it's got 80 milligrams of green tea and extract and yerba mate. It has the turmeric, and then it has just a bunch of awesome fruits and vegetables that make the other things happen, your body to naturally produce nitric oxide. Okay, other great things for our weight loss is we have balance. But this, again, if you're diabetic or have thyroid issues, you want to take balance because it's going to balance blood sugars. And so speaking of balancing blood sugars, we're talking really about balancing your insulin. That's your master hormone. Once you get insulin in check, all your other hormones fall into place, male or female hormones, serotonin, melatonin, testosterone, estrogen, all the neurotransmitters. So between slim and balance, they're both balancing blood sugars, but differently. So they complete each other. They do not compete against each other. And then lastly, our balance actually includes this fun product, Block, in it, minus the brown seaweed extract. Block has brown seaweed. So if you have hypothyroidism, you really want to incorporate Block into your daily regimen. 2 at bedtime is what I recommend. But balance also, if you're looking for weight loss, it's blocking 48% of your carbs. So can I get a woo woo from everybody out there? Why not block some carbs, right? And then MetaBurn is pretty awesome because this one, it's a thermogenic, so it's burning fat. Okay, it burns about 150 calories, but the other cool thing about this is the ingredients in it helps with mental clarity, good clean energy throughout the day, and has a little mood booster, 5-HTP in it. So it's a little serotonin lifter, like it gets your serotonin to do a little extra work for you. And I just can't even believe this one because it's like 4 in 1. And that one again burns the white fat and converts it into brown fat, and that's the one that really fuels our metabolism. So that's kind of cool. And then the lean meal replacement shakes, Rachael mentioned, it's so great. So my son uses it actually to bulk up and gain healthy weight. I use it as a meal replacement, which is great because I am literally not hungry until my next meal after I have my one little shake. The whey, you have a couple options, which I love. You have whey protein, which is 15 grams of protein, amino acids, methylated vitamins, minerals, the right amount of carbs, fats, and proteins. And this one's 170 calories, but we also have a vegan option. And I know Rachael and Egan love their vegan option. It comes in vanilla, chocolate, and chocolate mocha. So 3 awesome flavors. And that one actually, you get 20 grams of protein, and it's pea and rice proteins. So again, safe for the whole family. So I say it's way better than a bowl of Cheerios. Not that there's anything wrong with, I'm not going to say anything wrong with Cheerios, but why not give your kiddos like a boost of amazing, a little shake in the morning, especially like I call it my fast food. When you're looking for something quick, it's $2. It's less than $2 a meal. So it's the cheapest meal you'll get out there too. I am looking around. I don't want to forget anything. Lastly, Ease. This is so awesome. Our Ease is a natural anti-inflammatory. It doesn't affect your kidneys or your liver. It has green-lipped mussel, which when you look up New Zealand green-lipped mussel, and you'll see that those indigenous people in New Zealand do not suffer any autoimmune conditions, because autoimmune is just one massive inflammatory response that your body's having. It also has turmeric in it, and it has serrapeptase and bromelain, which is a pineapple enzyme. So it is so great at munching up and eating up those proteins that cause inflammation. So again, you're getting to the root cause. I love no big Band-Aids here. All right, I'm gonna wrap us up with with the opportunity of Plexus. So right now in the month of April, to join Plexus is $9.95. It's normally $39.95. And what that does as an ambassador, number one, you're getting your products at the cheapest way possible, wholesale cost like you would get at Costco. And then number two, every month that you order 100 PV or points, there's a point attached to each product, you earn 15% back on your order. Another awesome thing is we get Plexus Perks now. That's kind of newer to Plexus as of last October. And every time, again, you purchase that 100 PV or more, you are earning points towards free product. So every 2 to 3 months, you get to click redeem my perk points, and you pick out a product that's at least worth $30. So I love that. And then the other great thing is that you get to share Plexus. So my sister-in-law shared Plexus with me, and I cannot tell you how happy I am that she shared with me, because if she wouldn't have, I would still be a miserable lady that was not aging gracefully. And I always, as a nurse, was sassy and said, oh, if you just ate right and exercised, you'd be fine. And if we could just write a prescription for that, that's all people need. And I've changed my tune big time because I needed more. It was not getting enough nutrients. Nothing was filling the gaps for me. I thought I was doing the right things, but there's just no way to get a perfect meal with the soil that we have. Our foods are just not the same. I mean, a nectarine when I was a kid is not a nectarine like we eat today. It was juicy and full of flavor and drip down your arm. And now they taste like apples. They're hard and crunchy, and I just don't understand. So we definitely need supplementation, and you'll see that's the wave of the future, focusing on gut health. So getting all that into balance for me was life-changing. And so for me, I tell everybody about it. If I find a good restaurant, I'm telling someone about it. If somebody's doing my hair and people compliment me, I'm going to tell them who did my hair. Am I getting anything for free back from this restaurant or my hairstylist? No. But with Plexus, they compensate us well. And so when you join Plexus for that $9.95 this month, and you get just 3 people to join you, depending on your welcome pack you purchase, you can make between $325 and $525. Now, I'm going to point out Miss Shayna here. I hope you don't mind. Shayna that's on this call, she joined it just a couple weeks ago, and within 48 hours, we did a Zoom call like this with her family, and she signed up 6 people within 48 hours and made $700. So how life-changing is that? And now she's here in this call. She's sharing because she and I went to nursing school together like just a couple years ago. and anyway, so it's exciting because when you find something good and you see the science behind it, you just cannot help but share. So how incredible would that be to make that kind of money just quickly? And that's the stimulus package that Plexus is doing right now for our new ambassadors and for our current ambassadors. So there is still these, if there's 3 people, you get $100 within 72 hours. So that pays for your welcome pack. 6 people, it's another $250. So that's $350. Again, within 72 hours, that's plopping into your bank account. So this can be life-changing, especially during this time. And you have nothing to lose because there's a 60-day money-back guarantee. We have a 1% refund rate. We have another event tomorrow at 3 p.m. So if anybody here on this call wants to invite their friends and family, I encourage you to do that. Oops. Uh-oh.